KCP, and the P is for parlay. I mean, what are we talking about? If you haven't heard this story, lock in, because this just goes to show that these professional athletes know exactly what's going on. They know what they are doing. And for us as sports bettors, it can be a little bit scary to hear stories like this. Also, I'm keeping my hood up. I just got a haircut yesterday. And while it does look very nice, I think, besides my hood hair right now, it's freezing. So I'm just going to keep this up. So Sriracha, an account on Twitter, tweets this. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope needed 12 points for 10,000 career points on Sunday versus the Raptors. His wife texted him saying to get 12 points or else he wasn't sleeping at home. She also posted, "Don't mess up my parlay." Guess what he ended with? Now, let's take a look at these tweets and texts in question before we look at the actual game. And trust me, it gets pretty weird. Now, here's a photo of the first text message in question, and it's a bit confusing about who sent it. At first, I thought his wife, Mackenzie, sent it to Kentavious, and they were having a conversation, and she showed that. But she calls herself Kenzo in the message, like she refers to herself in third person. So I'm assuming maybe this is a mutual friend who screenshot it and then sent it to Mackenzie. I don't know what's going on, but the point is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope likes this message that says, "Kenzo said you are 12 points away from scoring 10,000 career points. If you don't score 12 points today, you can't come home. We'll book your room at the Waldorf. Love ya." So again, it sounds like it's Mackenzie, his wife, because she's saying if you don't score 12 points, you're not coming home tonight. But I'm still confused at why she calls herself Kenzo. Regardless, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope likes the message. And I actually backtested this because I was confused about how the UI looked, and I asked my wife, "Hey, will you heart react to this so I can see something?" She did, and you can see it doesn't show the heart on the actual text message, but it shows it up above next to the contact picture. So his wife is quite literally posting publicly an image of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope heart reacting to a message about him scoring a certain amount of points in the game. Isn't this illegal? Doesn't Kentavious Caldwell-Pope know better? The next image we have from her Instagram is her at the game. She says, "Let's go, baby. Don't mess up my parlay," with a laughing face. Now, I also think that might be Terrence Ross down there, but I'm not sure. I thought these players were harped on left and right about sports betting, their engagement with it, their communication regarding it. I thought they were supposed to stay as far away from sports betting as possible, especially with the Jonte Porter stuff we just saw, especially with Terry Rozier potentially under investigation. If I was in the NBA, the last thing I'd want my wife to be doing is tweeting a picture of her at the game mentioning parlay in the photograph. I mean, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You want to talk about incriminating yourself? Oh, but it gets worse. And not from his wife, Mackenzie, just at how the game actually plays out. So if we look at the first quarter, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hit two two-pointers for a total of 4 points. In the second quarter, he hit 1 3 on 2 attempts for a total of 3 points, bringing his total score at halftime up to 7. And in the third quarter, he hits 2 shots under the basket, one of which was an and one, bringing his total of the third quarter to 5 points for his overall total of 4 in the first, 3 in the second, and 5 in the third. That equals 12 exactly. He hits the free throw that gave him 12 points with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third, and he ends up checking out of the third quarter with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. At this point, it looks a little suspicious, and maybe that's just because he hadn't scored double digits all of February, and the last time he scored over 12 points was on January 24th, ironically against Toronto, when he had 20. Maybe he just likes playing against Toronto. But the craziest part of this is he checks back in the game at the very beginning of the fourth quarter with 12 minutes to go. And he played the entire fourth quarter without attempting a shot. Let me just say that again. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope scored 12 points in the game, checked out of the game with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, checked into the game with an entire quarter to play, and continued to play those entire 12 minutes without so much as even attempting a shot. You know why? Because his job was done. He scored his 12 points. He cashed his wife's theoretical parlay. And since the game was in Orlando, she can only bet on Hard Rock Sportsbook. Now, do I think that any funny business occurred here? Do I think that there was insider trading or anything nefarious that happened? No. But this just shows me how easy it is for players to communicate with people in their close circles in ways that can influence the outcome of these games. And maybe I'm naive when I've thought that players really try to stay as far away from this stuff as possible. They try not to talk about certain statistics that they may or may not achieve in a game. But this event literally proves that that is incorrect. Not only are they engaging in it, they're making light of it. You better score 12 or you don't come home tonight. I'll book you a hotel at the Waldorf. Come on, baby, cash my parlay. I've said it once and I'll say it again. We are in the wild, wild west right now. The next 5 to 10 years in the sports betting industry, in the sports betting world, and professional sports, it's all going to be chaos. Between the lack of regulation and how easy it is to sign up and place bets, I don't even have a guess at how much manipulation is occurring that we don't know about. But I'm sure we will know about it soon. Take care. Love ya. See you next time.